Good morning, Braveheart Nation. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Dr. Sage Wolf, and today I just want to say, are you taking the time for yourself in the morning or in the evening to really kind of get into your breath and calm that nervous system down, really oxygenate those cells? Let that stress that's kind of feeling like it's been internalized for a little bit, because it does build up throughout the day. Or like we wake up in the morning and we run kind of like some of our failures and like our anxieties about what could happen about the day. So let it all go. And like, are you a shallow breather? Do you feel like you can never get a full breath and really expand that lungs? You got to work on it at the beginning. You got to make sure like in the morning and in the evening, you're really doing some good breath work to make sure that it's kind of like a precursor for the rest of my day or for my evening, that I'm going to kind of stay in more of that parasympathetic moment for myself. So when I do breath work first thing in the morning, you want to do at least 5 minutes. 10 minutes is fantastic. And when we're breathing, I'm going to talk right now just a little bit, but like when we're breathing, we want to try to make sure it's mainly through the nose, because the nose is going to be our only filter, and we're taking in a lot of bad bacteria when we breathe through the mouth, and that can affect like our gums and then our actual microbiome of what is in the stomach itself. So when I want to do breath work, I want to do around 5 minutes at least to 10 minutes. And when I'm doing it, I'm going to focus on 10 nice, deep, big breaths. And then at the end of those 10 breaths, and like this is like, as I'm counting these, I'm not thinking about my stresses. I'm not thinking about who's hurt me or what's going to happen, or I'm not thinking about all that external stuff. I'm more like in the moment, counting my breaths, staying in that present. So when I do it, I want to do at least 10 big breaths in and out, and try to do that Lionheart breathing. So filling up those lungs, 6 to 7 seconds in, 6 to 7 seconds out. And then at the end of those 10 breaths, I want you to do a jolt. And people are like, what's a jolt? Like, just like try to get that extra air in and extra air out. But at the end of those 10 breaths, you want to try to get to still point. And that still point will kind of put you more into that parasympathetic. And you're going to hold that breath as long as you possibly can on that inhale until you need to breathe again. Don't go too crazy. And then when you need to breathe again, we're going to exhale. And then when you're on that exhale, you're going to hold that exhale as well until you really feel like your body wants that breath. And then you're going to go back through that cycle, 10 slow deep breaths in, 10 slow deep breaths out. And then once again, once we hit that 10, we're going to do the jolt in on that inhale, hold to still point, and then as I exhale, I'm going to do that jolt out to really get all that carbon dioxide out. So when I'm breathing, it's like I fill myself up. I want to feel it go all the way down to my core. And I'm going to exhale that, and I just want to do 10 nice deep breaths in and out. You can put your one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen to kind of really feel like you're in that present. And I'm going to go. And as you're slowly doing that, once I reach my 10 breaths, because I was counting, I only got 3 there, so it does take a little bit of time. I want to really oxygenate those cells, because the presence of oxygen in the cell is going to mean the least amount of presence of disease, of autoimmune issues, of all these things kind of like making us feel a little congested and backed up. And so once I hit that 10, when I say I want you to do a jolt, so on these breaths, just say if I made my way, because I went to 3 there, but if I want to go all the way to 10, once I'm at that 10, I go. When I'm at my peak here, I go, and I try to just really get that oxygen in, and then I'm going to hold. And then you're going to hold your breath for as long as you possibly can. Don't pass out. Just like, I want to expel that oxygen. So deep breath in. I'll do it once for you guys. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the exhale. And I will hold for as long as I possibly can. So one hand on the heart, one hand on that abdomen. I would run through a series of 10. So I'll do like 3 for you guys because it would take me at least a minute to do that. And I don't want you to sit here watching me just breathe. So I'm going to hand on the heart, hand on the abdomen. Nice deep breaths. And then on that inhale and exhale on my 10, I'm going to do that jolt. So I'm at my peak and I go, and I hold here. And you're going to hold for as long as you want. I can hold my breath for quite a while, so I won't do that. And then I'm going to exhale. And then on that exhale, I'm still exhaling right now. I like push through with my nose. I get it all out. And I'm going to hold. And then as you're holding, when I feel like I want that oxygen again, I start my 10 again, and I'm going to roll with those 10 breaths. And this is really going to calm that nervous system down. And if you could do that in a series of 5, so at least 50 good breaths, but remember, at the peak of 10, you get that extra inhale, and then at the peak of that exhale on the 10, I push out as much as I possibly can. And you're going to hold to still point or to where, when I'm on that exhale, to really where I want to oxygenate my body. And so that's going to really kind of be the precursor for having a great day, feeling like I'm more in my parasympathetic, I'm nice and relaxed. And these are tips and tricks that like you want to be doing for yourself on a daily basis. And like if you come to the DACA Detox Braveheart Nation, this is what we teach in our courses, from breath work to mirror work to recall healing to rewiring that subconscious mind to kind of stop playing life's so-called failures over and over like a record player, because that story is broken. It's time to create a new story. It's time to create a new lifestyle for the what you want to live. I'm going to be in Ixtapa, Mexico in January. We're going to be doing the New World Practitioner training. I teach the Wolf Non-Surgical, which deals with the scar tissue crystallization and calcification. And if you're a practicing practitioner, I would totally recommend coming out, learning this as a new modality, because putting all these things together, from massage to chiropractics to non-surgical, it becomes a whole. And then if you take the whole life coach, you learn about nutrition, the emotional aspect, and how to let go of those things that you felt have been weighing on your chest. And so from Mexico in January to February, I'll be coming back to Melbourne, Australia in February to be doing just the Wolf Non-Surgical course. So if bodywork's something you're interested in and you want to learn it for your friends, your family, come on out, come train with us. And then from there we go to, I think it's Sacramento, California, and that'll be around April. And so check us out at Braveheart Nation. I just wish you guys all the most blessed day until tomorrow, of course. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.